more can I say?
Top Billin.
Top Billin. Man, talking about my man AR-15, Anthony Richardson. This kid has a chance to be absolutely incredible in the, what would it be, the 2023 draft. He has the skill set to no doubt be the number 1 overall pick. Paired up with the hacker, Dan Mullen, we can see some incredible things from this kid. I know a lot of people are down on Dan Mullen right now because of the overall direction of the Florida Gator program, but him as an offensive play caller and offensive mind, I still think he's one of the best out there, and you can't tell me otherwise, all right? So AR-15, that 2023 draft, perhaps the number 1 overall pick, he'll have some guys that'll be breathing down his neck. There's no doubt about that. C.J. Stroud from Ohio State is a damn good prospect. Max Johnson, who we just saw from the LSU Tigers play against Florida, a very good prospect in his own right. Bryce Young at Alabama, come on now. He definitely is a Russell Wilson type quarterback. He'll be in the fray. And of course, Clemson's DJ Uiagalelei, who is not playing good football right about now, but in a limited capacity last year, he looked like the number 1 overall pick in that particular draft. Hopefully he'll get that under control and get back to being himself there, and we can see a very special QB class there. As for AR-15, if you're being objective about this, he reminds me of another guy that I cover who is now starting for the Chicago Bears. I cover him at the University of Georgia, the juggernaut team that Florida will be facing, and that is one Justin Fields. Maybe a little bit taller than Justin Fields, but the athleticism, arm strength, and even the rawness at this particular point in time in his career, to me, is very much similar. Dan Mullen does a great job of making cut and dry reads for Anthony Richardson when he's in the game. He gets full scan progressions for Emory Jones when he's in the game. He feels a little bit better about Jones's ability to operate the entire playbook. Maybe he shouldn't, but it is what it is from that standpoint. Watch what he does with this build for Richardson. My favorite option in Florida's playbook, the hezzy option, gonna go with the hesitation footwork along with my man Dameon Pierce here, working against Mason Smith, who's caught in no man's land. And what I like about Richardson's ability on this one is that you have to respect him as a power runner, and he actually approaches Mason Smith. Instead of running more parallel to the line of scrimmage, he approaches him and forces him to defend and then works with the pitch there. Check it out. You see the hezzy right there? Gotta go it again right there. Just look at that slight hesitation right there and what that does to someone's mental. Boom. Come on, man. Mason Smith did not know what the hell to do. Hezzied him, then approached him, and he's like, is this dude really about to run at me? 6'4", 240 pounds worth of steel. Hezzied him, right? And he wasn't even, look, he was going to play tag with him. He's like, fuck it, I ain't want to hit him, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to play tag. But right out there in no man's land, running in that alley, great pitch right here. Now, the build to this, if you're reading your keys and you're Mason Smith here, you're like, because this looks like it could be the hezzy option to begin with. The tail on this one is Kamari Gamble's on the same side as Dameon Pierce, so it's probably going to be something a little bit different there. But in addition to that, it looks like it could be their standard QB counter. You're pulling big Josh Braun here. Got down blocks by Stuart Reese and the gang. And then, of course, you got Gamble also on a kick-out block, but it's a bluff. Bang, look at that. You see that? Your Mason Smith, he goes inside extra hard with that there, and then you have to worry about the QB counter portion of it. Came right here. Now look at everybody. Sucked everybody's soul. Pause, gotta pause that. Everybody with their eyes on the run action here, and then from way downtown, bang, nobody around Dameon Pierce. The hacker, Dan Mullen, amazing me again with his builds and his ability to create week in and week out something that I don't think I've seen. This was a damn good concept with the wheel on the back end of it. One more time right here, going slow motion for you. Seeing this right here with these down blocks in this pull. They're not optioning off of anybody or anything like that, but the action of it almost looks like it could be that freeze. However, sticks that foot in the ground, running that counter action. Everybody sucked up into that self-play action there. Only criticism here is maybe he could have led Dameon Pierce down the field. However, it's a running back. Sometimes I think you should just put it on the running backs. Once again, pause. But with that being said, man, great play. I wonder if that was Naquan Wright, if he may have scored right here. Not really Dameon Pierce's best thing here in the open field, but Naquan Wright may have made somebody miss and would have been off to the races. But it's uncanny the amount of cock and fire reads Anthony Richardson gets opposed to Emory Jones. Like, he does not have to really think the game through, and you wonder about that against a team like Georgia that will be the most ferocious defense that he'll ever face probably, and having to go through your progressions, not being able to necessarily lock in onto one receiver. However, this is the hacker. If he's giving you the playbook pre-snap, he's up here right here calling out the signals or giving you the signals there and telling you exactly where to go. More times than not, he's going to be right. And stuff like this is just too easy. You can just see the leverage given here to Justin Shorter, being able to move the sticks here on this sharp slant. It's just one of those things like, how often do you have to think? You don't have to think at all. Look at it. Hit that back foot, bang. Where's the read involved in that? That's all done pre-snap. There's no full scan progression. Emory Jones gets a lot of full scan progressions. I'm getting goofball dudes be telling me he doesn't go through his progressions. Like, Emory Jones is going through his progressions. Do I have to sit here and dissect this shit 50 million times? Well, I have. You can see the man clearly going through his progressions. That, to me, retards his ability to make a quick play. He seems like he plays you know what, man? It seems like he plays scared to me. Like, he doesn't want to make a mistake. And usually when you don't want to make mistakes, that's when you make mistakes. And we've all learned that in life in general. That it's not just a football thing or a sports thing. Paralysis by analysis, baby. Cock and fire, too easy. Come on. These motion to empty sets with a guy like Anthony Richardson are extremely scary because then you lighten the box and you force it to be man-up football. And if there's a free hitter there versus him with 5 linemen, I'm going to, more times than not, go with Anthony Richardson and his crew up front because he's just going to be a hard cat to bring down, especially when he's doing these glance-offs like this. You can see the hole clearly open up here between Reese and DeLance, and he's able to navigate that, stick his foot in the ground, lower that pad level, run through contact. He's off to the races there. Come on, man. Rack him. That is some really good stuff right there. You can see right here the box lightning. Look, you see the player shooting over here? Look at that. You see the player moving with Dameon Pierce here. That's lightening the box. And then what? All eyes on him, but how are you going to get there if you're Cam Lewis, right? Are you going to be able to get there in time? No, sir. North-south runner. Only time you can get him is possibly getting him at the goal line, and it's too late by then. Hell of a weapon, man. Remember, sitting AR-15 comfortably in the playbook. This looks like it's going to be a power toss into the boundary to Naquan Wright. You got spacers out here in Copeland and Shorter, just making sure that their particular individual assignments don't get involved in the play. But it's just going to be a simple seam route to Keon Zipperer, and that's all she wrote. Very much keeping it to where he doesn't have to think. Cut and dry reads. Look at that. Back foot hits, a ball is out. Don't get any more simpler than that. No necessary reads involved. I guess if this weren't open, he would probably dump it off to Naquan Wright, or he would try to create with his legs. But no full scan progressions for the most part. Now, he does get into some, and we'll get into that a little bit. Now, this shit was funny. You remember when I said in the post-game video that looks like everybody got a pickup from AR-15 when he came in the game. Looks like, of course, he's the man of steel, and it looks like he was handing out steel to everyone else, especially my boy Jumpin' Jake Copeland on this particular play right here. But the creativity of the hacker, Dan Mullen, this looks like it could be a counter O, pulling Stuart Reese here, and you'll get Naquan Wright with some pseudo counter footwork, looking like he's going to get outside there. You actually have Maury Gamble here. Looks like he's going to get involved in the play. A whole lot of down blocks on this. he reverses course to be the lead for an end around by Jake Copeland here. And look at the ball wizardry by my man AR-15 on this one. This is hard. Check this out. Damn, when does he pitch it? What? Come on, man. That sleight of hand is hard. Look at this. Ride the belly of the beast right here. Very smooth on the pitch. You don't even see it. Look like he might have pitched with his left hand or something like that. And he's pitching into Jumping Jake Copeland. Of course, Jumping Jake got a little steal from AR-15, but he had plenty of his own. We know how he's built. You get this cat in the open field. I already said it before, very much like a Jamar Chase or a Golden Tate. He becomes a running back in the open field. And then what do you get? Complete hilarity like, bing! What? Come on, man. You see who that is? What's that? Let me see. Dude, that's Jaquaylin Ray. Jaquaylin Ray's like 300 pounds. You running in the Jumping Jake. Obviously, Jumping Jake muscle relaxing people in the open field. Got Gene DeLance out there. And then, bing! Damn. That's hard. That's one of the Motel 6 hits. We'll leave the light on for you because Jaquaylin Ray, he sleep. He's done. Look at that last ditch effort right there to try to corral him. That was all muscle memory because he's clearly sleep. He clearly sleep. He's on autonomous driver, so his body's still working because the neurons is still firing, but his brain kind of shut off there. But Jumping Jay Copeland out there in the open field, man, come on. That shit was hard. One more time for the bink, baby. Oh no, it's even worse than I thought. Whiplash and shit. Look, oh, come on. Oh, bing! Jaquaylin Ray. Oh, damn, you made a man sit down on his knees. He had to take a knee. Big man put to sleep. That's hard. Same deal as before here. Now, on this one, there's not even a play action fake, but the thought of this man perhaps evacuating causes these second level players to shoot up, and you get that clear read for the sharp slant there, or clear lane, matter of fact, because there's no read involved in this. Back foot throw. Doesn't get any easier than that, right? Back foot throw, ease of playbook, everything you can think of to integrate this kid into the offense while he's still a little bit raw. But it makes it look like he's not raw because it's just set up so well there. Ball a little bit behind, but great job by Shorter to adjust on this one right here. And you normally Shorter doesn't really adjust the shit. So AR-15 being in the game, actually much love to that man on that damn Hail Mary at the end of the half from Fab 5 Emory Jones. So that was a pretty good one. Another good throw by Emory Jones, I believe, before that towards the sideline. So Justin Shorter is starting to come alive a little bit. No, definitely want to see that because he's been definitely inconsistent in my opinion. Superman is in the building. Superman, Iron Man, whatever you want to call this dude, because I cannot for the life of me figure out if this was organic or if it was designed. You're going to have what looks like is going to be a QB power with a pulling Stuart Reese here, Malik Davis on the potential kick out, and then you'll have Kingsley Aguakun here. That man starts angling off right here on the 3 technique, and then with a wide approach by the end man on the line of scrimmage and Gene DeLance help him force his way out of action there, you get this crease, and this almost looks like he just runs a counter through it. So I don't know. We're going to have to discuss that in the comment section. Was this planned? Look at this. That is too smooth. Too damn smooth here. If he is working with a glance off where they tell him to approach the line of scrimmage here and then find a cutback crease like it's zone blocking. If not, this man has some serious running ability, and somebody got a little prison loving from Kingsley there. And then, of course, AR-15 off to the races there. You know I can't show the full thing, man, because they be taxing your boy, content ID claiming. So make sure you send in your quality support so we can keep this bad boy rolling right here, because they be taxing your boy anytime you show continuous amount of broadcast footage there. But, man, I don't know. Let me know. Y'all think this was organic or design? Because it was a hell of a play right there. And you can really see the linebackers here. They start to trying to fill the gaps and trying to meet, right? Gapstinence. They're trying to meet him to where they think he's going to be. He sticks that foot in the ground, and that was all she wrote. Once again, a cut and dry play. You're going to have what really amounts to a wheel route to Dameon Pierce, but it looks like it's going to be a counter O, right? Continuously pulling Stuart Reese here, not giving them a tail because it seems like he pulls on every single play. However, this is man coverage. If this particular defender right here follows his assignment on the inside, you're hoping for some type of rub action, pause, but the linebacker really does a good job of staying clean and falling with his assignment, Dameon Pierce, and this was almost a disaster, but he got it in there. Really play action fake. He's on it. But look, linebacker could have been a little bit more quicker there, but it was a great throw. He threw that bad boy with some serious velocity on it too, and he wasn't able to get his hand up to deflect it or at the worst intercept it. But you can see right there, not much thought involved in not having them do full scan progressions. One side of the field, really one read. If it's not there, maybe dump it off and then run. Can you do this against Georgia? I think you can do this against Georgia to a certain degree, but I think he's going to have to exhaust all options as well because Georgia's going to be a seriously disciplined defense and going to force you off of your first read. So he may have to ad-lib a little bit. Florida's a live dog in this game. Don't get me wrong. Florida could very well upset Georgia, but it will be an upset because I feel as strong as I felt last year about Florida beating Georgia when everybody, well, at least all the Georgia fans said I was stupid and all this and that, and it ended up working out, right? Florida did end up beating Georgia, but I believe that Georgia will beat Florida in this particular game. But Florida is a live dog, don't get me wrong. With AR coming in the game, if he does get the start, tell me this is a tough game to get your first start. You're going to go against the best defense in the land? I don't know. You may still want to start Emory Jones and let him, I don't know. Maybe you should just go ahead and ride it out Richardson and let him get the experience, but you don't want him to be shell-shocked either. So that man not having much film, especially as a starter, with them opening up the playbook and doing some trick shit, you just never know. You just never know. Florida's a live dog.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.